Okay, 5 minutes Monday morning. My hair is looking so hippie-ish today, and that's perfect because I'm going to talk a little bit about yoga, sort of. I'm actually making this video for Michelle. If you're watching it, this video is for you. I met Michelle at the park the other day and she was asking me about my YouTube channel, and I told her about it and how nobody ever watches it. I got like 1 or 2 views. And so this one's for you. I'm going to see your view and appreciate your view. So, what do I want to say? What do I want to talk about for Michelle today? I want to talk about this project and my YouTube channel and why this project is something for me that I want to use as a way to practice doing something that I enjoy doing creatively without caring if people like it, don't like it, watch it, don't watch it. Because I think that as a creative practice is really important for me. And I think it's becoming really important for a lot of people these days, where a lot of people are feeling like everything we do needs to be shared. Everything we do needs to have views, have likes, needs attention, needs validation, some proof of value. And I think that's really detrimental to a lot of our creative processes and detrimental to a lot of creative sense of just like freedom and joy in creating. And whether it's art, whether it's something like this, or music. Anyways, I've definitely felt that for myself, and that was really the primary mission of my YouTube, was just to have something that I'm doing where I let go of the need for it to be anything other than an enjoyable process of creation for myself. And the reason why I say it's about yoga is because as somebody who has been deep in the yoga game, or was deep in the yoga game for like a decade, I studied a lot of yoga. I did a lot of yoga teacher trainings. I attended a lot of yoga workshops. I practiced with a lot of very talented yogis and mentors, and I learned a lot about yoga. And I still consider, although I'm not doing a very physical practice anymore because of my disabilities, I still consider myself a yogi, actually, even though I don't talk about it much. I still feel like I align a lot of my worldview and personal philosophies with the general yoga philosophy, which goes something like this. And there are many philosophies within yoga and this whole thing, so I think it's easiest if I just say, what I really align with in terms of yoga. And the best way to do that is to talk about the Bhagavad Gita, the story of the Bhagavad Gita. Let's see if I can do that in a minute, because I'm also only supposed to talk for 5 minutes. So, if you don't know the story of the Bhagavad Gita, it is a very famous Hindu story about yoga. And the story centers on Arjuna, a warrior, and he is going to battle. And he's having a major midlife crisis, a major dilemma, because he doesn't really want to go to battle. And not only that, but he's conflicted because he doesn't want to lose the battle, but he also doesn't really know if he wants to win the battle, because if he wins the battle, there's all sorts of other negative things that can happen because that he has to deal with. So he's really at a crisis in his situation, who he is, why he's there, what is this all about? It's just all coming undone. And his chariot driver is basically Krishna, who is actually God, but in the story, he's just his chariot driver. And his chariot driver is trying to give him advice, and he basically is tells him to be a yoga, and then explains what yoga is. And that that's my 5 minutes. So obviously it's a big book. There's a lot of things going on, but for me, the primary takeaway is, he recommends that Arjuna just be a yogi. And what Krishna, his chariot driver, means by that is basically like, don't be in conflict with your conflict. Don't be in conflict with who you are, where you're at, where you find yourself today. Do your work. Be who you are. Do what needs to be done that is who you are. And here you are a warrior and you're going to battle. Go to battle. Do your battle. That's what you've been called to do. But the yoga part is about trying to let go of attachment to outcomes. So maybe he's saying maybe you're gonna win, maybe you won't, and all sorts of things can follow from either one of those. But just let go of that. Just try not to care so much about whether you win or whether you lose. Try not to get too wrapped up in a conflict about who you are and what you have to do. Do your life, participate in where you find yourself, and try to win, but don't be attached to winning. If you lose, you lose. If you win, you win. Just do your best. That kind of idea, which I think personally for me is really a really powerful way to live our lives. I feel like it's a powerful way for me to try to live my life as a creative, for example. Like, I apply that to so many things that I do. I'm a creative, I'm a designer, so I care a lot about that. But how do I do things without worrying so much about whether it's successful or not, which is the whole idea of this channel. So that's my post today. I hope you enjoyed, Michelle. Happy Monday.